Don't you have to take notes? I have a reasonable memory, and a tape recorder, if you don't mind, is fine. After some general questions about his job and family and medical illnesses, she asked him about his sleep and appetite and mood. I'm fine. I sleep like a log. I've got a good appetite, and I feel on top of the world. But not the top of the world. Oh, no. I'm only me, Keen White, a fairly normal boy. Do you think fairly normal boys say they can hear God? I don't know who say that, but it's probably because they can't hear him. But I do. Do you hear his voice as you hear me? Is it a voice outside your head? It's difficult to explain. It ain't a voice like that, and I've ever heard it. It isn't a man or a woman, it's God. And how do you know? Because the voice says so, and I believe it. Does it talk to you, or does it talk about you or others? It talks to me. Does it call your name? Yeah, it says something like, Kane, listen, there's something I want you to tell the others. Tell them that they must love themselves. Tell them they are beautiful. Who are the others? Black people. You mean God is talking to black people through you? No, I mean God is black. Mary had to bite her lip not to smile. Kane wouldn't stand a chance if the judge was white. You don't believe me? Mary looked at him straight in the eyes. I'm not trying to determine if God is black or white or any other color. You only want to know if I'm mad. I guess I must be a raving lunatic to say things like that to a white psychiatrist. Do you think black psychiatrists have different criteria for diagnosing madness? Probably not. This voice, is it inside your head or outside? Outside. I'm not imagining it. I didn't say you were. Did you hear it at any particular time of the day or in a particular place? No. It comes to me at any time, any place. When was the first time you heard that voice? I heard it once as a child, and just after my father died, telling me that I should look after my mother and siblings. And then, a few months ago, first I thought I was tired and I was hallucinating, but I had to accept it. It was God. Are you taking drugs? I don't touch that stuff. I'm not off my head or anything like that, he said in a brisk manner. I must ask these type of questions. Okay. They sat on a bench opposite a Cubist painting by Picasso. I'm sure a few people thought he was mad, Kane said, pointing at the painting. Probably. Kane, this voice is never threatening or nasty. No. God couldn't be threatening or nasty. Can you control the voice? Can you make it shut up? Why would I want it to shut up? At the beginning, I tried to make it go away, but the only thing that worked... The only thing that worked? He blushed. White people who say that blacks don't blush should have seen Kane. Was thinking bad things. Like? They walked past a nude painting. He averted his gaze. Sex? She suggested. Yeah, he don't like that. Are you saying that sex is bad? God didn't like that type of thoughts. He seemed very embarrassed, and she decided to let him off for the moment. Have you ever thought that you could read other people's minds? Or that other people could control you and put thoughts in your mind? Sometimes God tells me what other people are thinking. Has he ever told you about me? No, he's very quiet at the moment. She couldn't avoid the smile this time. You don't take me seriously. I'm not a joke. Sorry, it wasn't what you said, but the way you said it. You're very honest. It isn't common to find somebody who says what he thinks. Well, I do. Kane didn't have any other symptom of mental illness. Apart from God's voice, there was no other indication of psychosis, and his mood was even. Have you ever thought of suicide? Suicide is a sin. Only once, when my father died, I thought about jumping off a bridge, and I went there. And then I heard God's voice telling me to look after my mother, and could it have been your father's voice? Kane smiled. I thought so at the time, but now I know better. It was God. Do you think you would become famous when you first talked about hearing God? I only talked about it because God told me to do so. What does your mom think? She knows I'm not a liar. She trusts me. And your brothers and sisters? They believe what I say. Do you think you've been elected by God? I only know he's talking to me. I'm his instrument. I must do as he tells me. Some people are saying that you can cure illnesses by touching someone. I ain't never heard that. I don't know. I only know that if God wants me to heal somebody by touching, he will make me able to do so. The religious talk was getting too heavy for Mary's liking. She decided to move away from it. You enjoy running in films. I run 6 miles a day. I don't have time for more. What type of films? I like old musicals and 30s and 50s horror movies and most things. Modern movies? Yeah, but some of them I find too violent and too much sex, Mary finished. Yeah. Do you have a girlfriend, Kane? No. A boyfriend? I'm perfectly normal. It was the first time he'd risen his voice. How peculiar.